another, important group of people is really just our group, the people who we're going through recovery with, people we're doing these resources with. How involved, and maybe you could even include like a clinician or a therapist in this too, how involved should they be in us identifying and maintaining areas of the slippery slope?
Yeah, two things real quick. One, I would just say there is a danger here where I've seen guys kind of be like, well, if the group tells me I need to make this boundary, then I will. And then I'll find out like through the course of meeting, they said, well, I brought this up when I told my story and no one told me I shouldn't, so I didn't change it. And it's like, well, now you're kind of putting responsibility for change on the group. You're waiting for them to tell you what to do, and that's not healthy. So in that regard, you have to take responsibility for your change. You have to make these decisions, not wait for a group or a counselor to tell you to do it. What I do think is appropriate, though, and this is the second thing, is where you're not sure to bring it to the group and explain the situation of like, hey, I'm on my smartphone a lot for work for these reasons, but I also know it's that same smartphone that leads me into those old websites. What could I do? Like, do you guys have some ideas? What would you suggest? So I think getting help in areas that we're maybe not real clear on, or asking them, is there something you're seeing that I'm not seeing? That's appropriate, asking for help, but it's not appropriate just to expect them to do the work for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's really good. And I kind of alluded to that earlier too. I mean, if you just have any takeaway, it's that you have people, whether it's your group people or just people you've gone through a group with previously, or people that speak honestly and are healthy people that you can run things by. I think we all need some wise counsel to walk with us through life, because we do get blind spots and we do need that outside perspective. And, as John's wife, there was a time where it was like, he wanted us to be back to the way we were, but was still doing behaviors that were very unhealthy. And I'm like, I am literally giving you a written out list of things that you can do that will make me find you the most attractive person in the entire universe. I know we don't want to just check boxes, but try it. Like, just try doing
See what
all
happens.
these
Yeah.
just see what happens.
Yeah.
I mean, and so I think, and then there's been times where when he points something out to me, it's like an eye opener, because I'm normally the one that's like always researching different ways and how can we better this and that. And so there's been times, and they're far and few between, where he's like, you are very angry with the kids this week, or, you're acting very addicty, or are you sure you need to stay up and watch that show? And I'm just like, I mean, if you know John, he doesn't speak like that a lot. Like, he's very chill. And so when he says something, it's a big indicator for me. And I think what we have to do is just be humble enough to let people speak into our lives, to let people that we know love us, even if we don't like it, say things, because we need outside perspective all the time in everything we do, including recovery, especially recovery.